how do you handle errors with user input? Now, having built and run the world's largest dating site, I can guarantee you when you ask users for information, they're going to make mistakes giving it to you, and you've got to be able to handle that. So right here, we're going to ask the user for the temperature in Fahrenheit, and then we're going to convert the string that input brings back to a float. And then we're going to run the formula, which is the temperature minus 32 times 5 divided by 9. Now notice I use parentheses to group the operations so that it's very clear what happens when. And then we're going to print out the temp in Celsius using those F strings that we discussed before, that new superpower, and substitute back in this temp underscore C. If we go down the happy path, and that's what coders call it when everything goes right, so the user does exactly what you expect. So it's 15 degrees Fahrenheit. I enter that, and wow, it's negative 9.4 temperature. Everything's great, right? Well, let's see what happens when someone types in it's 45 degrees, and they put a string F. Innocent mistake, it could happen. Oh, blows an error, stops the whole program. And it's a value error. So let me show you the right way to do this. And this is the first kind of flow control handling that you're doing here. In Python, there's a try except. They call it the try except block. So you do try colon, and then you do an indent, because this is a different block of code here. And everything down here has to be the same indentation. So far, we've had everything on the left side. There's been no flow control, no if statements, no whiles, no functions. So this is our first flow control statement. So in that, it's try colon, and then everything gets indented to the same level. Now my IDEs do this for me in terms of, if you type in try colon and hit enter, it will immediately indent the code over and keep it that way. When you want to get past that, you have a new control block, and it's except. Now notice I put in that value error. I put in the error that we encountered up here. Best practice is to try to catch individual types of errors and handle them appropriately. Not to just you could do exception, and that would catch everything, not considered good practice. So we know value error comes when they put in something that doesn't convert properly to a float. So I'm going to do except value error as ERR, so that puts the error in that variable. I don't use that here, but a lot of times you're going to want to log what actually went wrong so that you can make the code better, bulletproof it, so forth. Now in this case, if we have a value error, it's going to print out, and notice it indents as well. You did not input a valid number, and it tells them what they did do. So here we go. If we run this now, and I do that 33F, it's going to know you did not print a valid number. Now if I do it correctly, there you go. It runs properly. Go back to your code that you created from the last video and error proof it. Put in that error handling so that you can catch these mistakes and it not stop your program. Now what we don't have yet, and we're going to cover very soon, is a way to keep asking the user until they do the right thing. So that will be another control flow statement. And in this case, I'm going to show you how to use while. Now if you like this content, please subscribe. You'll get many of these videos like this. Some beginner, some intermediate, some advanced, but you're going to learn something. Smash that like button so I can help more people, and I'll see you in the next one.